Hey there! Would you like to know how herpes virus infections really work? Hey friends, my name is Dr. Chanel Tolson. I am a scientist and Doctor of Public Health. My goal is to bridge the gap between science and the community. Consider me your new science communicator friend. Like this video, give me a share and a comment to keep more content like this on your timeline. So this is actually how a lot of people get infected as kids, because when they're first born, people come over and they're kissing all up in their face. And this is because a lot of people just don't realize that just because you can't actually see the virus, it doesn't mean it's not replicating inside your body, because it is. One second. So herpes viruses are a family of viruses to themselves. And we've probably heard of the most common ones, which are HSV1, HSV2, chickenpox, and shingles. We've heard of those. We talk about them all the time in the public. But there are actually different kinds of herpes viruses. Those are just ones we talk about all the time. And like other viruses, it is in their best interest to keep you alive. So although they are harmful to you, the harm that they do needs to be minimal enough that it doesn't take you out of here. So it benefits them. They want you to spread it. They need you, the host, to spread it and infect somebody else. Now, what makes the herpes virus so sneaky is its latency period. Now, when you first become infected or inoculated with herpes virus, you definitely know there's signs and symptoms. But then, once it starts replicating, you're shedding all that virus and it's there, it sneaks into your nervous system and it stays there and lies dormant. And during that latency period, that means you have herpes and may not have any signs or symptoms. You can't see it, and neither can those around you. It's cool, calm, and collected until it's time for reactivation. And that reactivation could be anything. It could be a stressor on your body. It could be damage to parts of that nervous system, but then it's going to reactivate. And so here comes the extra sneaky part. Ready for this? Depending on several factors, including the host immune status, the reactivation may be asymptomatic or lead to recurrent lesions, which may vary considerably in severity, from punctate lesions that are invisible to the naked eye to severe, debilitating lesions in immunosuppressed individuals. When herpes virus reactivates, it travels back to the original site of infection. So that means if you have HSV1, which is oral herpes, that will be in your mouth parts. And if you have HSV2, that will be in your soft parts. And because active infections have a range in size of lesions from invisible to the naked eye to the very visible pustules you'll see on someone's body, it is very possible for someone to have an active herpes outbreak and pass it on to somebody else because they don't even see it happening. Now, let's also be clear. You can have the herpes virus infection and go long stints without ever having an outbreak. That's also possible. But it's also possible that you can spread herpes unknowingly by something as simple as kissing a little baby.